The heat coming off the asphalt made the whole street shimmer as if it were floating. Inside Reyes Auto and Tire, the only things cutting through the afternoon stillness were the clang of metal, the buzz of impact wrenches, and the low hum of an old radio playing Tagalog love songs under the noise. Joel Reyes wiped his hands on a rag that used to be white a long time ago. At 41, he had the steady patience of someone who'd spent more than half his life under the hood of a car. His bald cap sat low over his brow, grease smudged along the edge where he pushed it back when he needed to think. He was shorter than most of the guys who brought their trucks in, but his shoulders were broad and his forearms corded from years of lifting engines and tires heavier than he looked. He leaned over the open hood of a black sedan, listening to the subtle rattle of a struggling engine. The owner, a young mother from down the street, sat on a plastic chair with her toddler, sipping iced coffee and watching him with hopeful eyes. "It's your timing belt, ma'am," Joel said gently, straightening up and giving her a reassuring smile. His voice had that soft Filipino lilt, vowels stretched just a bit longer, consonants brushing together. "It's worn down. If we change it now, engine will be safe. If not," he mimed an explosion with his hands and made a tiny boom sound. The woman laughed in relief. "Change it then. I trust you, Joel." He nodded and set to work, disappearing back into the familiar world of oil, metal, and bolts. Out front, the American flag mounted above the shop door flapped lazily in the breeze. A few of the regulars clustered near the entrance, chatting. Tom, Joel's co-worker, tall and bearded, leaned against the garage wall with his arms crossed, watching the street. A middle-aged couple waited for their pickup. An older woman with gray hair checked her phone. A guy in a tan t-shirt scrolled through social media. The police cruiser rolled up without sirens, tires crunching over the gravel by the curb. Its shadow slid across the pavement like a cloud. Joel didn't notice at first. He was loosening bolts, humming softly along with the radio. The driver's door opened, and Officer Mark Dalton stepped out, straightening his uniform with a practiced tug. He was in his mid-30s, broad-shouldered, blonde hair cropped short, jaw set. His badge caught the light when he shut the door with more force than necessary. He scanned the lot with quick, assessing eyes, and then zeroed in on Joel at the open hood. Tom stiffened when he saw the officer and murmured, "Looks like company." Joel glanced up, smile fading when he saw the uniform heading straight toward him. He unconsciously wiped his hands on the rag again, as if clean palms might make the encounter smoother. "Afternoon, officer," Joel said, trying to sound neutral. Dalton didn't return the greeting. He jabbed a finger toward the rear of the lot, where a patrol car sat on a jack stand, one wheel removed. "You the one working on my unit?" he asked, voice edged with irritation.
"Yes, sir," Joel replied. "Your cruiser, number 23? I'm almost finished with the brake job. They were very worn. Not safe to drive far." Dalton snorted. "Yeah, funny how it was not safe right after you took a look at it. 2 days ago it was fine." Joel blinked. "Sir, the pads were metal on metal. If you like, I can show you." "Oh, I know what you're trying to show me," the cop cut in, stepping closer. The group by the bay doors fell quiet, eyes shifting between them. "Another emergency repair I didn't ask for. Triple the price. You think I don't know how this works?" Joel felt heat rise in his chest, but he kept his tone calm. "I don't scam, sir. We charge same labor for everyone. You can ask around." He gestured vaguely to the people watching. No one said anything. Dalton smirked. "Sure, and I'm supposed to believe you? What's your name again, Joe?" "Joel," he corrected softly. "Joel Reyes." "Right, Joe." Dalton exaggerated the pronunciation, mocking. "You got a last name that's easier to say?" Joel's jaw tightened. "That is my last name, sir." Dalton shook his head, laughing under his breath. "Man, they'll let anybody wrench on police cars now, huh? Where'd you learn? Back in some shack overseas?" Tom straightened from the wall. "Hey, come on, officer, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to him." He pointed at Joel again.
finger inches from Joel's chest. "I'd told the department this place was sketchy, and now I see why." The words landed like slaps. Joel could feel the eyes on him, heavy and uncomfortable. He swallowed hard, the greasy rag twisting in his hands. His accent always felt thicker when he was nervous. "I'm just doing my job, sir," he said quietly. Before we continue the story, let me know what country you're watching from. Hit the like button if you love this story, and please subscribe if you are new to my channel. Let's continue.
Dalton stepped right up to him now, so close Joel could smell coffee on his breath. His finger jabbed toward Joel's chest, almost poking the name patch on his shirt. "Your job is to do what you're told and not rip off the people who protect this city. You understand me? Because I can shut this place down if I want to. Health codes, safety violations, immigration audits. You don't want me looking too closely, do you?" The last line hung in the air. Joel's fingers tightened around the rag so hard his knuckles went white. Tom took a step forward, anger flashing in his eyes. "Officer, that's enough," Tom said. "Joel's a citizen, and he's the best mechanic we've got. You're out of line." Dalton turned on him. "You want to be part of this too? Because I can write you up for obstruction real quick." He reached out suddenly and grabbed the front of Joel's shirt, balling the fabric in his fist and pulling him half a step closer. "You think I'm joking, Joe?" he snarled. "I can have you in cuffs in under 10 seconds. How would that look, huh? Little internet star, maybe?" Joel's breath hitched. His wallet, tucked into his chest pocket for easy access while he worked, slipped loose with the sudden motion. It fell between them and hit the pavement with a dull smack, flipping open. A plastic card on a lanyard slid halfway out, the top edge catching the sun. The phone cameras caught everything. Dalton glanced down, ready to sneer at whatever cheap ID this mechanic had. His eyes landed on the emblem first, a bold seal printed in deep blue and gold. Above it, clear black letters spelled out, "United States Department of Justice." Below that, "Vehicle Systems Specialist, Federal Task Force." And just under Joel's photo, in smaller print, the words, "Authorized Access, Law Enforcement Facilities, and Fleet." The officer's hand loosened on Joel's shirt. His whole expression changed like someone had pulled a rug out from under him. The easy arrogance drained away, replaced with a flicker of confusion, then alarm. "What is this?" Dalton asked, voice suddenly quieter. He stooped and picked up the wallet, turning the pass toward himself like he hoped he'd misread it. "Is this some kind of fake?" Joel's heart was pounding, but he recognized the shift. He straightened slowly, rubbing the spot where his shirt had been gripped. "It's real," he said, this time without the nervous tremor. "I work contract with Department of Justice. I help inspect government vehicles, police, federal, city. I write reports if I see safety issues, or patterns." "Patterns?" Dalton echoed, throat tight. Joel met his eyes for the first time, really met them. Patterns of maintenance abuse, misuse, or complaints about how officers treat people when they come here. He glanced briefly at the circle of bystanders, at the raised phones, at Tom's tense face. Sometimes they want to see the whole picture, not just what's on paper. Dalton swallowed, Adam's apple bobbing. He looked around and noticed the phones properly now. The older woman, the couple, the guy in the tan shirt still recording, expression hard. His face went pale. "Look, He forced a crooked smile that looked painful. "Hey, let's all calm down, okay? It's hot, I'm having a long day, and I maybe came in a little strong." He laughed weakly. "Just, cop humor, busting chops. No harm meant." Tom's eyes narrowed. "Didn't sound like a joke from over here." Dalton ignored him, focusing on Joel. He carefully handed back the wallet, almost as if it were something fragile. You should have said you were with the government," he said. Joel slid the pass back into his pocket, his movements controlled. "I shouldn't have to," he replied. The words were simple, but they hit harder than any shout. Dalton flinched as if he'd been struck. A second cruiser pulled up then, siren chirping once before cutting off. Out stepped the police chief,
a heavy-set man in his 50s with thinning hair and a weariness in his eyes that suggested he'd seen too much paperwork and not enough good news. His gaze moved from the cluster of people to Dalton, to Joel, and to the phones raised around them. "What's going on here?" the chief asked, voice firm.
Joel opened his mouth, but he didn't have to speak. The guy in the tan shirt stepped forward. "Chief, you might want to ask your officer why he was threatening to shut down a business and screaming at your DOJ inspector," he said. "Got the whole thing on video." The chief's head snapped toward Joel. "Inspector?" Joel sighed softly. He pulled the pass again and held it out. The chief took it, studied it, and his shoulders visibly sagged. "Oh no," he muttered under his breath. "You're the one the department said they were sending next month to evaluate our fleet contracts." Joel nodded. "I came early. Wanted to see how things run when nobody's expecting me." The chief closed his eyes briefly, then turned a slow, furious look on Dalton. "Inside, now," he said through clenched teeth. Dalton looked like he wanted to argue, but the chief's tone left no room. He took a step, then hesitated and turned back to Joel. "Listen, I'm sorry, all right?" he said quickly, words tumbling over each other. "I was out of line. I didn't know who you were." Joel's eyes were steady. "Would you treat me better if I was not with the government?" he asked quietly. Dalton's mouth opened and closed. He had no answer. The chief cleared his throat. "Officer Dalton will be placed on immediate administrative leave pending investigation," he announced, loud enough for everyone to hear. "Mr. Reyes, I'd appreciate it if you'd forward any report you have directly to my office as well as DOJ." Joel held his gaze for a moment, then nodded. "I will write what happened. Nothing more, nothing less." Dalton looked genuinely panicked now. "Chief!" "Inside," the chief repeated, harder this time. As the officer walked away, several of the bystanders lowered their phones, murmuring. The woman, whose timing belt Joel was fixing, stepped closer, face flushed with anger on his behalf. "I'm so sorry you had to go through that," she said. "We should have said something sooner." Joel's shoulders slumped a little, the adrenaline draining out of him. "You're saying something now. That matters." Tom clapped a hand on his shoulder. "You okay, man?" Joel let out a shapy breath and nodded. "Yeah, I'm okay. I've been insulted before, but today, at least he had to see who he was really talking to." Tom snorted. "Not just some mechanic." Joel gave a small wry smile. "I am just a mechanic who loves this work, a mechanic who happens to help the government, but whether I have a pass or not, I still deserve respect." Around him, a few people nodded. The older woman stepped forward and squeezed his arm. "You do," she said simply. The chief finished a brief, hushed conversation with Joel, promising follow-up and thanking him for his discretion. Then the cruisers rolled away, leaving the lot quieter than before. Joel went back to the black sedan, leaning over the engine once more. The radio was still playing. His hands moved automatically, muscle memory guiding each twist of the wrench. But something inside him felt a little different, lighter and heavier at the same time. He knew the video would probably end up online. He knew there would be meetings, reports, maybe hearings. He also knew the next time Officer Dalton saw him, things would not be the same. As the sun dipped lower and the shadows stretched across the lot, Joel tightened the last bolt and closed the hood with a solid, satisfying thunk. The car started up smoothly on the first turn of the key. The young mother clapped her hands, relieved. "Thank you, Joel. You saved my car." He smiled, tired but genuine. "Just doing my job, ma'am." Then, after a small pause, he added, "That's all I ever wanted to do."
Thank you for watching to our Badge and Justice stories. If you want to watch more stories like this, click the videos above. See you again tomorrow.